get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, it's good, everybody. How everybody doing out there, man? Hope everybody had a great day. I hope everybody had a great weekend, man, because I did, man. I'm enjoying just being free out here, man. I love it. I love being free. I'm telling y'all, man, it's the best thing in the world, man. And I can say something like that because I actually was incarcerated for majority of my whole life. But I've been home almost 8 years now, man. It's just feeling good just to be out here doing what I want to do. So that's why I'll never go back. And that's why I'm going to continue telling my people to stay y'all ass out the way. You hear me? You can't go back there if you already been. And you don't want to go if you haven't been. Trust me on that one, man. You don't want to go to prison, man. Prison is a crazy place. And I don't want to see my dudes not even in the jail. I want to see y'all out here taking care of y'all family, taking care of y'all responsibilities, because that's what we supposed to do as men. That's what we supposed to do, fellas, man. We got to stay out here, man. For everybody, man. We have to give our life to just being happy or being free, man. Like it's a wonderful thing, man. When you doing the wrong things, you jeopardizing your life. And I'm telling you, that fast, you can be back in the can, man. So just stay your ass out the way. That's all I ask, man. That's it. But other than that, turn me up. Let's go. I seen it. Let's go. Let's keep going up. Y'all know the count. We're going to keep going up. That's my word. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Keep like, sharing, and subscribing. Make sure you share. That's the important thing. Share me out. Subscribe button if you new. Let's get it, man. Come on. All bangers. I got y'all, man. Turn me up. Y'all know the count. That's what we got to do, man. But let's get down to business. I know what y'all waiting for. Let's get down to business. And the story I got for y'all today is called the Wildcat Offense. Yeah, and I know what everybody's saying when they see the thumbnail. They anxious to know what the hell I'm talking about. But let me first explain to the viewers, you know what I mean? That's probably females that's watching me. A lot of the guys might know what I'm talking about. But let me break it down to everybody that don't know what I'm talking about, what the Wildcat Offense is. The Wildcat Offense was something they started running in the NFL like in 2008, around that time. And it was just something that was unorthodox. It was something that when we first witnessed it, watching it on TV, when I was locked up, it was something that we thought like this wouldn't work. It couldn't work. But we actually seen a team, which was the Miami Dolphins, go to the playoffs during the Wildcat Offense. And it worked. You know what I mean? They didn't go nowhere in the playoffs, but they got to the playoffs by running the Wildcat Offense, man. And it was something that was just crazy to witness because you will look at the offense, the running back in the quarterback position, just doing what he wants. He might throw it, he might run it, he might do anything. It was a weird play. You know what I mean? So it was unorthodox, man. It was they named it the Wildcat Offense, man. And that's why I'm about to talk about what went on at Lawrenceville right now, y'all. So I'm gonna take y'all to Lawrenceville on this one, man. We're on Lawrenceville on this one. And I'll say the year is like 2011. I'll say like 2011, something like that, maybe 12. I'll say that's where we at in years, you know what I mean? But the Wildcat Offense was something that we started naming, something that we started witnessing that was going down on Lawrenceville. And it was like an inside joke between me and my bros, you know what I mean? And everybody started saying it after a while. But it's crazy, y'all, because, man, like, Lawrenceville got real masterminds, like I've been telling y'all, like it's masterminds up there. The masterminds, they know what they're doing. They know what they're gonna try something that's impossible. You know what I mean? And they would definitely try it because when you masterminding up there, your whole thing is just trying to pull the wool over the administration eyes, for you can just keep winning without getting caught. That's the goal, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of dudes up there on Lawrenceville because they be in the shadows trying to do this stuff because they don't want to get caught. So boom. I can remember one time, y'all, like, I was on the yard, you know what I mean? I was on the yard, and I started, my man telling me, what's been going down on the south side. You know what I mean? I'm on the north side. He's telling me what's been going down on the south side. The south side is the other side of the yard. That's where I say San Francisco is at, which is 60 building, but it's 60, 70, and 80 building. On the north side where I was at, it's 30, 40, and 50. So it's 6 buildings, but they just split it down the middle and call it the south side and the north side. So boom, dude was telling me everything was going on the south side. So he started telling me that, you know what I mean, it was a play that used to go down back in the day. Not really back in the day, just before my time. I got there in 09, you know what I mean? So he's probably referring to like 2007, 8, 6, something like that, you know what I mean? Around those 2-3 years. He's probably talking about like that, you know what I mean? But he told me though, and for real, I heard some dudes on Sussex talking about this too, you know what I mean? And they started telling me how dudes was trying to get the pack in, you know what I mean? So let me stop for a second because I don't want nobody to think that I'm up here talking about a play, you know what I mean? That's you know what I mean? That somebody gonna get in trouble for or anything like that. First of all, this play I'm about to talk about, this play got tore off years ago, and then it was like a retro pair of Jordans that came back out when I was there. And then after that, it came back out again later on. So this play kept getting tore off and brought back, you know what I mean? But let me tell y'all, so boom, he's telling me that it's some dudes over on the other side of the yard. Now, each yard has the same setup. We have the basketball courts. We have a track to walk around the basketball courts, where there's a little workout stuff. Then you have the ball field. The ball field it looks like a big soccer field. We had one on our side, and it was so bootleg, y'all. Like, I promise y'all, like, we can actually stand out there and see dudes go home. Like, there's no prison nowhere where you will see somebody really go home from prison, you know what I mean, from the yard, unless you probably on a lower level or something like that. I know when I was on Sussex and I heard dudes talk about it, like, you really don't see dudes go home. We'll be able to go on that ball field at a time because we'll have that yard. And while we on the yard, we'll be able to see dudes walk around from the property and go to the crib. People's waiting right there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to explain to y'all how bootleg this shit was. Like, it was extra bootleg, man. Like, the ball field was like right there. Like, where our ball field was out on the north side, like, we could be on the ball field and we can see the parking lot. You know what I mean? We can see where where they make their rounds at in the truck. We can see everything. You know what I mean? We damn near can see the highway. Now, on the south side, I've been on that big yard too. I mean, on that ball field too. That ball field is more woodsy. It's a lot of woods surrounding that. You know what I mean? It's a lot of woods. Like, our jump on the north side was kind of like the front part of the compound. So, like, it was different. But we had the same setup. But he started telling me how dudes was over there trying something new. You know what I mean? So, he said he was over there one day, man. You know what I mean? He said he was on the ball field. And he said he was just standing there. And then out of nowhere, he seen some softballs coming over the gate. You know what I mean? I was like, what? He was like, man, I seen some softballs coming over the gate. Now, let me explain to y'all, the softballs, dudes used to play softball on the ball field. That's what that yard was for. It was for softball, and the Mexicans used to play soccer. Dudes just used to go out there. We can just smoke because it's like secluded. It's like ducked off. So dudes should just go out there sometime to kick it with their people, smoke, drink, or whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? But on that yard, he was telling me that he started seeing the balls come, softballs come over the fence. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, get the hell out of here. He was like, man, that's my word, man. He was like, man, at first, dudes didn't know what to do. See, you got to understand when stuff comes back after it's been tore off already, like, it's a new batch of people. So the people that probably know about this stuff, it's probably a few of them still there. You know what I mean? But it's always new people trying to do new things. So nobody really knows. I really didn't know. I thought I heard somebody talking about this on Sussex before, how people was throwing stuff. But I wasn't thinking about they was talking about over the fence. I was thinking they was talking about like the visiting room and they might pull a play. That's what I was thinking about. But this man told me he seen balls coming over the fence. Pause. So boom. He said the first day he seen it and they just dropped. You know what I mean? He said nobody touched it. He said when they came back on the yard again, the balls was gone. You know what I mean? So he said he don't know who's making a play or who's doing this and who's doing what. But he was like, shit is coming over the fence. I'm like, man, get out of here, man. So boom. A little bit of time going on, y'all. And people are throwing stuff over the fence. And I can't believe it because now the rumor is getting out more and more. Now, when you own a camp, especially a camp like Lawrenceville, it's not a whole lot you can hide from people. And it's like when people find out, everybody tells their peoples. You know what I mean? That's just natural, especially information like that. Like, yo, you know such and such, boom, 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 boom. It gets out. So now the information is getting out. So now people start to throw stuff over the fence. I think in the beginning, the first play was they was using the people that was like kind of like the lawnmower people and the people that come out there and work on the yard. They was coming to grab the balls. You know what I mean? In the beginning, you know what I mean? But sometimes if they can't make it out there, it'll be crazy. You know what I mean? I can remember one time they say, goddamn, somebody threw something over there. This one dude grabbed it. You know what I mean? One dude who pack it was, you know what I mean? He got over there. He found out dude took the pack. He said it was his. Dude saying he found it. Shit just be coming over. Dude saying, nah, that's my peoples did this. My peoples did that. Boom. They tried to kill each other, man. You know what I mean? So we hear about that. You know what I mean? So now I know the police is hearing about it. I know the police is hearing about this stuff, man. So boom, they put us on lockdown. They put us on lockdown after this whole play. So we in the jump like, man, these dudes, so for real, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like, even though that play was sounding like, damn, like you might can get a lot. You know what I mean? I'm sitting back like, yo, that play is in a damn way. You know what I mean? I'm like, that play is in the way. Why? Because it's making the compound hot. It's making dudes try to kill each other. Nobody know. It's no organization in getting that package. So like, I didn't really like that play. So me and my roommate used to be in the cell. Me and Ballhead used to be in the cell. We was like, man, we on lockdown because dudes running that crazy ass play, man. We like, man, I was like, man, that shit the Wildcat offense, man. I was like, man, that shit the Wildcat offense. That shit is unorthodox. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know if you're gonna die. You don't know if you're gonna get it. You don't know if you're gonna get caught. You don't know nothing. It's just a gamble, man. It was the Wildcat offense, y'all. So we just started calling it the Wildcat offense. Like, man, that dumbass play. Niggas making it hot. You know what I mean? So boom, we come off lockdown. They shook the whole compound down. They shook the whole compound down because they started saying phones was coming through them softballs. You know what I mean? They said you could fit 2 phones into the softball. So phones was coming over the fence. You know what I mean? So boom. I'm like, this is nuts, man. Hot ass play. This play is they got the whole compound on fire. I'm assuming back in the day when they did it, it had the whole compound on fire. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that play shouldn't be in the books, man. You know what I mean? Like, dudes, we can get the pack. Like, you can get the pack in penitentiary. Trust me, you can get the pack in penitentiary if you're good enough. You know what I mean? You definitely can get it in there. But at the same time, all plays ain't good plays. That play was it was the Wildcat offense. It was unorthodox, man. It was unorthodox for someone to try that. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't gonna work. You gotta have a middleman. You gotta know this person. Too many people will know. The word is getting out all over the damn place. It was just making shit crazy. So boom, we come off lockdown. When we come off lockdown, everybody mad as hell. Nigga like, damn, bro. Dude heard me talking to my man who was on lockdown, screaming like, yo, that dumbass Wildcat offense. Nigga was like, yo, that's my word. That's what that shit is. Dude from Richmond, he was like, man, that's what that shit is, man. That shit the Wildcat offense, man. Dudes trying that shit. That shit might don't work. They gonna try it anyway. You know what I mean? I'm like, that shit crazy. So after we come off lockdown, everything is regular. Everybody chill for a minute. It settled down for a while, y'all. It got quiet. You know what I mean? And the reason why it got quiet is because I'm thinking they fired that whole team that I was telling y'all about, that maintenance team. It was either the maintenance team or the lawnmower. I don't want to say dudes cut grass at Lawrenceville, but they fired a team of people that be moving around like a sweet-ass job. They fired all their ass when we went on lockdown. You know what I mean? So I'm upset with the play. Like, I'm not like somebody that's like, damn, that play is exclusive. I need to figure out this. Yo, I'm trying to know. Like I told y'all, all plays ain't good plays. All plays are not good plays, man. So like, I try to just stay back from that play, man. Me and my roommate Ballhead, we try to just stay away from that play. We was like, that play is no good. It's no good in the town. Like, we don't want no parts of that play. So boom, after I'll say probably like 4 or 5 months of settling down, you know what I mean? I'm not thinking about the damn Wildcat offense, you know what I mean? Out of nowhere now, it get lit on the outside. Now, I can see the other side being lit because that's a wooded area, like I told y'all. Somebody can have somebody just pull up and run and throw the shit. You know what I mean? The shit can come over there. Now, on our jump, it's a different ball field because it's like more lit up. It's more I'm assuming this highway to look at night, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, y'all, when you look at it, Lawrenceville is so damn bootleg, you know what I mean? They don't even have a tower. Now, this what people doing, they can't do this at no other spot. They can't do this at no other spot. You know why? Because the other spots got towers in all four corners of the compound. A compound will be in a square majority of the time. But however it's shaped, it's gonna have towers surrounding the areas. You see what I'm saying? Connected to the camp. You see that at every prison. So Lawrenceville only had, they don't have a tower. And I'm for real, I wasn't even thinking of escaping type of stuff, but I was just, when I first pulled up and witnessed it, like I was like, damn, this shit like we pulling up to a detention home. That's what that shit felt like we was going upstate some goddamn well. That's what it felt like. So like they got a joint like in the middle, like where the child hall is at, kind of like where the fence separate the north and the south side at. They have a joint that's kind of tall, but I think that's just where the lieutenants go at, and that's their office, and it's just tinted out. It looked like a bootleg ass tower, but it's not a tower. So these people just is dumb as hell, man. So it get lit on the outside of the yard. Now, dudes on the outside of the yard, they blacking out. They going crazy, man. I know a dude, and he was a mastermind, and I'm not gonna name his name on this one because he still could be mastermind. I'm thinking he's still incarcerated, you know what I mean? So we're gonna call him the mastermind, you know what I mean? This mastermind, he already, like, for real, I knew he had something to do with it. I know he did because he's the type of dude that'll risk, like all his plays be like heavy risk. Like I'm gonna try something that's impossible, but if it come through, the reward gonna be, it's gonna be beautiful. You know what I mean? So I know this mastermind got something to do with it, right? So I'm hearing that dude in 40 building, man, his people's threw something over. The junk, man, the people was throwing stuff over this big now. Now they forget a softball, that's over with. So dudes is throwing stuff over this big. And dudes used to disguise it, make it look real nice, match the grass, all type of maniac shit. And somebody got their peoples to pull up, say F the prison, F if they call the police, F all that. And they got them to throw their heavy ass junk over the fence. Now the fence is tall as hell. The fence is tall as hell, so you gotta be on some heat. That shit they be doing in the Olympics. You gotta be on some maniac shit. So boom, when the junk land, the junk looked like it's supposed to be there. It looked like the dirt, it looked like the grass. Dudes was getting extra smart. So boom, when I holler at the dude turned me on. He like, damn, he was like, yo, he was like, look, man. He told me, he was like, look, I got phones for sale, I got tobacco, I got marijuana, everything, you know what I mean? I'm looking at it like, damn, bro, he about to F the market up because he got loud pack. He got tobacco, and he got jacks. Now, I'm assuming he probably got like 10 phones. Phones going for 800 around this time, so do the math. You know what I mean? He's gonna make a pretty penny. You know what I mean? Just off the jacks. The whole play is a pretty penny. You know what I mean? So he's telling me he got all this for sale. And I'm like, damn, bro, I already got a jack. You know what I mean? I was like, I already got a jack. But I'm trying to see what his loud pack talking about. Because at this time, I had a little bit of loud pack. So I told y'all when we was getting the loud pack, it'll be 2 for $50, stuff like that. Dude got a decent amount of loud pack. So I'm seeing that, damn, my pocket's getting a little light. You know what I mean? I probably had my junk 2-3 days. I got mine on the weekends, like Tuesday. This dude's striking on a Wednesday. Nobody strikes on Wednesdays for real like that. Now, if you got a police bringing it to you, you can strike any day. But the way he struck, he already told me he was using the Wildcat offense. So he got the loud pack. I'm noticing my pocket's getting a little light. Dudes, I've seen dudes from my pod. Dudes is going over there copping. Dudes is grabbing from him. You know what I mean? He got the place set up like it's a dude in 50 building that got to work. You know what I mean? I'm talking about he's super mastermind out. He mastermind out, y'all. I'm telling y'all. He got it set up like the dude from 50 building got phones, weed, and tobacco for sale. So the dude in 50 building, I told y'all, 50 building is a therapeutic building. Now, it's 3 buildings on my side of the yard, which is the north side. But 30, 40 is regular population. 50 building is a therapeutic building. They have 2 pods in there that's like You know what I mean? People that's doing programs, like they do programs. Just think about any therapeutic program in prison. That's what they got on Lawrenceville in 50 building. But in the honor pod, which is in 32 pod in there, it's a regular pod, but it's still all dudes that have been through that program, just want to duck off, and they just gonna stay in that building, and they'll go into that honor pod. So it's a lot of older dudes, you know what I mean? It's not a lot of young dudes in there. Basically, the whole building laid back, you know what I mean? So bro got somebody from 50 building getting rid of everything. So I'm just seeing everybody from my pod going over there trying to grab. The junk looked pretty, you know what I mean? So I asked him about it, boom, he threw me like a couple of feezies. He's like, yo, yeah, I got this. He didn't even know I had none, you know what I mean? I go back, the junk look beautiful. I go back and smoke it. I'm like, damn, shit. It looked good. I pass it to bro. Hey, bro, let me know. Bro, hit that junk. He's like, what the hell is this? I'm like, it's this. He's like, damn, that shit look, why this shit taste like that? Man, that's word. We put that shit out. That shit wasn't right. I don't know what was wrong with it, but it wasn't right. It wasn't right, y'all. The junk wasn't right. So look, dude selling jacks too. He's selling jacks too. And the jacks that he's selling, you got people now. A dude that was in my man pod on the other in 31, and I knew a dude that was in 40 building. They bought a jack now. People was buying jacks. He got like 10 of them. People was buying them Jones. He had the sweet flips, you know what I mean? Man, it's my word. People were saying that the junk was like it was going out. Some dudes were saying it wasn't, but some dudes were saying it was. I was like, damn. So dudes in my pod know I know dude. Now, a lot of dudes don't know dude got his hand in this, but they know he knows the dude in 50 building. So dudes just assuming. So a couple dudes that I know, they pull up on me like, yo, bro, listen. When they got the weed, they bought the loud from him. So the whole time in the cut with the loud, my shit official, you know what I mean? But I'm just scoping the scenery, seeing what's going on. They pull up on me and say, yo, bro, hey, look, can you holler at such and such, man? Goddamn, bro, this weed ain't right, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, like, have to make no scene and go in 50 building or nothing, you know what I mean? Blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, damn, I was like, yo, bro, I smoked some of that shit too. I was like, bro, that shit ain't right. I was like, that shit, I don't know what's wrong with it. They were like, it tastes. It look good, but it don't taste. It ain't got no taste or no potency and no THC on this mud. It's something that's not right. I'm like, yo, this is nuts, man. I was like, but look, I got this though. Holla at me. Back in business, everybody's hating his loud pack. So boom, they like, all right, bet, but still holla at bro. You know what I mean? I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I want my bread back. I can't smoke this, bro. We can have all this back. So boom, I had to wait till the next morning. The next morning come, boom, I catch dude at breakfast. I send a message through diabetics. You know what I mean? The diabetics go to child early, so they got to walk past 40 building to go to the child hall. So I told them when you walk past 40 building, send somebody in there to tell bro. I said I need to talk to him ASAP in the morning at breakfast. Make sure he come to breakfast. Boom. I get to breakfast. His pod is already in there. I walk in there. He's sitting at the table. I get to the table. I'm like, yo, bro, look. I said, look, dude saying they ain't trying to make no scene. I said, but I know two of the dudes. I said, two of the Richmond dudes. I know them. You know what I mean? I said, look. They said they want refunds, bro. I said they said they want refunds. They said that weed ain't right. They said that weed ain't right. When I'm talking to him, it's another dude from 40 building that I told y'all that bought the jack from him. He's like, he sat at the table. I could tell when he came up, he wanted to sit down where we was at because he see dude, but he didn't sit down because I was talking. So he just sat behind us. So I can tell by his, you know what I mean? I can tell by the, like, he waiting. He waiting to talk to bro. So boom. I'm like, look, bro, dudes want refunds, man. They said this shit ain't right. You know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. They know I know you. They don't know the count, but they know I know you. They probably know you. You know what I mean? They don't want to just do nothing drastic in the 50 building joint. So that's why they came to me. So, like, he was like, yeah, bro. He was like, yeah, bro, shit crazy, bro. I'm like, what happened? He was like, man. He was like, look. He said, dudes coming back saying that Jack's messing up, too. He was like, not all of them, but, like, 2-3 dudes. I'm like, for real? I'm like, bro, what the hell? The weed trash? They don't look like trash. I was like, and the phone's going. I was like, what happened? He was like, man. He was like, yo. He was like, man, look. When I got the junk thrown over. He was like, when I got the junk thrown over, bro. He said that night it rained. He said it rained that night, bro, the whole night. He said, you know, I got it wrapped up and taped up and blah, blah, blah. He said, but the rain just so went in the box still. It still went into the package. You know what I mean? So that's why some of the phones probably that was on top got wet. and the weed got wet. You know what I mean? He said, I had to let the weed dry out. He said, I put the weed under the vent. He said, bro, I put the weed under the vent for a whole day. You know what I mean? He said it was 2 zips. He said, I put the weed under the vent for a whole day. He was like, that joint dry. And now on Lawrenceville, they got a vent. You know what I mean? Like, it's right, like, it's when you walk into your cell, the vent is like right there, boom. You know what I mean? It's like a decent square, you know what I mean? Got little holes in it and shit. So if you want to dry something, people used to dry their laundry because the junk blow, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to cover it up because it blow. So if you wanted to dry something, you can put something that you can get something to sit it on, and you can put something up there and it'll sit there and dry the shit because the shit blow. Pause. So he was like, he dried the joint out for a whole day. And he was like, when I smoked it, I thought, he was like, you know, I don't smoke like that. When I smoked it, I thought it was, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, bro, that shit ain't right, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, bro, that rain killed me, bro. I thought to myself, y'all, that dumbass Wildcat offense. You hear me? That dumbass Wildcat. Anything liable to happen. It's not a lot. It could be a lot, but it's not a lot. You might score a touchdown. You might not. You might get sacked. You might lose yards. You might lose the pack. Anything. It's the Wildcat offense, man. And that's why I was like, that shit is dumb as hell. Now he got dudes down on his top. Now the word's getting out more about how dudes is running this Wildcat offense, y'all. So boom. A little bit of time going on. He ended up straightening all those dudes out. A little bit of time going on. You know what I mean? He tries something else. Boom. When he tries something else, this time it got intercepted. The Wildcat got intercepted. You hear me? The Wildcat got intercepted. However it got intercepted, I never got those details, but all I know is when we went on the yard one day, it was a major standoff. It was a major standoff between bro. If I tell y'all where bro from, people might know what I'm talking about. So I ain't even gonna say where he from. It's my word. But bro, a mastermind. Man, it's my word. We go outside. It's a standoff between them and the Bloods. You know what I mean? So the Blood dude must have been the one that grabbed the package. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying he grabbed the whole package, but something was messed with in there. Something was going on in there. Now, through this whole time, I'm just hearing how 40 built, like we was the lit building when it came to narcotics and stuff like that. But now 40 building is lit because the mastermind dude, that's what he do. If he strike, he gonna make sure it's worth it. He's not gonna strike for no bullshit. I'm telling y'all, like he gonna strike for some good, a whole lot of stuff, and that's what he try to do. So now we hearing how they lit, everybody lit. But like I told y'all, his weed turned out to be trash. This time around, he didn't even get weed. He got tobacco and phones. So boom, it's a standoff on the yard. Not really a standoff, but like you can see them talking. And you can tell when it's tension, people talk, people get together, and it's crazy, you know what I mean? So they kick it, they talking, you know what I mean? I can see the mastermind dude, he's doing majority of the talking because it's his pack. Now he has to expose his pack. The dude from 50 building that he be getting to work the pack, he's on the other side of the gate watching all the action, you know what I mean? So this is a 40 building thing that's going on. So they're going at it, they talking, dude, the mastermind dude, he's doing the majority of the talking. And then the Bloods, they're listening, but they ain't really trying to hear that. You know what I mean? The Bloods come up on a free play, they gonna keep that shit, you know what I mean? So, boom, that nothing happened on the yard. We go in the pod, everybody in my pod is talking about it. They saying that, dude, something came over the gate, you know what I mean? Somebody was gonna grab it before the big yard came out there. When the big yard came out there, somebody spotted it, which was one of the Bloods. When they spotted the pack, they said they grabbed a whole bag out that junk. You know what I mean? He said when he grabbed the whole bag, a phone fell out, all type of junk, all type of stuff. So the man took the whole bag of tobacco. I'm like, this is nuts, man. I'm like, this dumbass wild. See what the Wildcat offense do, people? The Wildcat offense brings all type of madness because it's not organized. It's crazy, but Lawrenceville is so goddamn bootleg. It make you want to try this. I ain't even gonna lie. It make you want to try it, man. But just it's on the strength of how bootleg Lawrenceville is. So look, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. People tell me what happened. You know what I mean? He said, nigga yacked the whole bag from the mastermind. I was like, damn, man. But I was like, I told him about that damn Wildcat offense, man. But I was like, dude, he don't care. You know what I mean? So, boom, we go to lunch. You can feel the tension in the child hall with 40 building coming there because it's bloods from 30 building, which is in my building, and we going to child, we eating with them, and they're talking, and everybody's like, dude from his crew, from his town, they're talking, and they trying to, like, you know what I mean? You can feel the tension. Boom. They go back to the building, man. They go back to the building, and I want to say the pod that Mastermind was in, it was a few bloods in that pod too. Long story short, they went back to the building, and them boys got it in. Them boys got it in. They fought like crazy, man. It was this town versus the Bloods. And they rumbled. And they rumbled. And the police from my pod and my building, they had to run down there. And we looking out the window. The police from the other side of the yard had to run over there. Next thing you know, we look up. They bringing dudes down the boulevard. Now, when they bring dudes down the boulevard, they can either bring them towards the gym, which they have to pass 30 building, or they'll bring them around from 40 building, like they going towards the child hall into the medical. When I look up through the window, I see a couple dudes going down, handcuff game. You know what I mean? They walking. Then I look real hard. I see the mastermind going down. I'm like, damn, blood dude going down. Say they was in there wrecking. They said they was in there getting that wreck. They was in there knucking like crazy. No knives, all rumble game. Crazy, man. Locked all those dudes up, shipped them, man. Say they had a riot joint. It was a riot fight. They got rid of all the dudes, man. They got rid of all the dudes. It was nuts. It was nuts, man. But you know what? I sat back and said, thank God that damn Wildcat offense out of there. Get that shit. That shit makes shit hot. And I knew the mastermind was with that action, man. Like I say, I don't give a damn what they do, even though they was doing it on the other side too at first. Like they stopped once it got hot. My side picked it up and it got hot again. So now the police done heard, the word done got out, you know what I mean? Now the player's been shut down again. Boom. Fast forward a little bit, y'all. So look, now I'm chilling. This is probably like 3 months later. It's like 3 months later now. Now I'm cooling. I'm just in my little space. I'm cooling. Me and Ballhead still selling. We chilling. And then it was a dude in 32 pod. And he went from 32 pod. He used to be, when he was in 32 pod, he used to work on the yard. And he used to work in the gym. Like he had always a sweet gig, like, you know what I mean? And I ain't gonna say his name either. You know why? Because this man is on the street. And for real, it got crazy. But listen, he's in the pod. Me and him always had a good rapport. Why? Because he was the dude, and everybody knows this dude's like this on the compound. He was the dude that if you got work for sale, he'll be the dude on the yard that you can trust to go run something somewhere, or he might know somebody that's trying to spend some money, and he will bring you the money. So you would deal with him just on the strength that he knows plays, and you can trust him to go make plays. You know what I mean? So he was one of those type of guys. So me and him had a good rapport. Me and my celly was cool and everything, but he was probably like he probably was like 50 something. You know what I mean? He probably was like 50 something. I'm gonna say he was like 50 something. We in our 20s. You know what I mean? So everything going smooth. I'm not thinking about no damn Wildcat offense. And then one day I was on the yard and I'm kicking it with my man. I went out there to holler at my man in 40 building. So I waited for them to get off the yard. So I just lingered on the boulevard until they opened up the other side of the ball field and let them out. Then I'm gonna catch their building. Like the police didn't care. I was just sitting there by the rat cart, you know what I mean, where the water be at, and to collect all the waters and the basketballs. I'm just sitting on that waiting for them to come. He's out there. So he like, yo, Weezy, let me holler at you, bro. Let me holler at you. I'm like, what's up? He like, man, look, man, come outside tonight. I gotta talk to you about something, man. He was like, I ain't told nobody, but I'm gonna tell you though, man, because I like how you move, man. I like how you move. I'm like, hold on, you scaring me. I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, just come outside. I'm like, all right. So boom, I tell bro, me and bro go outside, because I'm like, I don't know what old head got going on. Even though we was cool, like he never came with nothing too personal like that, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, we go outside. I usually didn't go out at night all the time unless I had to, because in the summertime, you would have three wrecks. You would have the morning, the evening, and the night, you know what I mean? 7 o'clock wreck, basically. So I'll go out sometimes. Sometimes it still be hot as hell. I wouldn't go, but I would go sometimes. So I go out there to see what old head talk about. When I go on the yard, he works in the gym. He get the police to let him on the yard. He gets in the yard, and we talking, And he was like, yo, walk with me. So we walking. I'll be back, boy, here. I kept walking with bro, over here and shit, walking with him. And he was like, look, the man whipped out a softball with the top kind of like it was already like, I'm like, yo, put that shit. I was like, bro, what the hell is that? He put it back in his junk. He had it inside. It looked like he probably had like something in his sweats. You could tell his junk was bulging, but he didn't have it in his outer pocket. He had it in his sweat pocket on the inside, so he tucked it back. I'm like, what the hell is that? He was like, it was 2 phones. He was like, you need a phone? I was like, no, I don't need no phone. He was like, man, let me know if we knew somebody that need a phone, man. He was like, I'll give you this off it, blah, blah, blah. I said, man, where the hell you get that from? Because I already knew it came from that damn Wildcat offense, y'all. I knew it did. So I said, where the hell you get that from, old school? He said, man, I was walking the ball field and I seen this laying on the ground. And he said when it hit the ground, it must have bust a little bit and then it opened a little bit. So he said that's what made me look at it because it was a deformed looking ball. So I was like, it was 2 jacks in it. He was like, yeah. So I said, so what you get to go in the yard before everybody? He was like, yeah. He was like, they done started it back. He said, they done started it back. He said, they'll let me go out there and put the balls out there and I'll be the one to collect all the softballs and the soccer balls. I'm like, for real? He was like, yeah, man. And he was like, for real? I've been thinking, man. He was like, man, I've been thinking real hard, man. He was like, man, look, man. He was like, how about this, man? He was like, look, we don't gotta do it. We don't gotta do the jump. You know what I mean? We don't gotta do the jump nothing but once or twice. We don't gotta do nothing but once or twice, man. He was like, after that, we just stop. He was like, but if you get enough, you ain't gonna need no more. So I'm like, what you talking about? He was like, man, forget the softball. He said, you gotta do it like they did a couple months ago, bro. He said, you gotta throw the big joint over there. He said, if you can get someone to throw the big joint over there, he said, man, we're gonna be straight. He's like, we're gonna be straight. He was like, look, off every jump, bro. He said, I don't want nothing but $1,000 off each jump that come over. He said, you can pay me $1,000 first, then when you get rid of the rest of the stuff, you can give me another $1,000. He said, that's all I want, just 2 bands. So I started calculating, y'all. I was like, because the only reason it made me start thinking is because I know the Mastermind just went down. The other side ain't doing it. So I'm like, damn, this might make sense. This might make sense, you hear me? This might make sense, but at the same time, it's the Wildcat offense. I don't want to do it, but I'm thinking, I'm like, hold on. 10 phones, some tobacco. Forget the weed. There's 10 phones and tobacco. I'm going to make about 4 bands off tobacco. I'm going to make about 6 bands off the jacks. I'm like, ooh, that's a $10,000, 2,000 off one. I was like, ooh. I was like, damn. I was like, look, man. I was like, bro, like, how you know you the only person? He was like, bro, I'm the only person on this side of the yard that goes on the ball field, man. He said, they done got lazy again, bro. He said, they done got lazy again. I was like, bro, it just got toe off. Like, what do you, he was like, man, I'm telling you, bro. He was like, man, I'm telling you, man. I was like, man, you want me to try the Wildcat offense, man? He was like, man, I'm telling you, let's do it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn. So at the time, I'm talking to Big Tiff. Anybody that listen to any of my old stories, when I first started getting emotional in Lawrenceville, I used to talk to a girl named Big Tiff from the news, you know what I mean? And she was reliable. She came through with all type of different stuff. So she had a cousin, which was a dude, you know what I mean, that was dumb trained to go. And he used to be like, yo, you don't got nobody I can call out. I can come to the visiting room and boom, 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 boom. I'll bring the jump, bro. You can just give me this. And I'm like, nah, I ain't got nobody for you to. I don't have that, bro. You know what I mean? I don't have that. You know what I mean? But he was with bringing the pack, just like Big Tiff. So I knew he was the one. Now I had to get Big Tiff orchestrated in this. You know what I mean? So I went back and said, I hollered at my roommate. I hollered at Ballhead. And I'm like, bro. I'm like, look, bro, dude, old head say we can get it lit with the Wildcat offense. I was like, the Wild. He was like, bro, we done said we hate that. I was like, man, no. I said, we know we hate the Wildcat. I said, but he said he can get us in. He like, man. I was like, yo. He was like, man, what we gotta do? I said, bro, all I need you to give me $500 so we can buy the stuff. Boom. I get Big Tiff to check. Big Tiff check. Her people's got a Walmart account. So she was able to find the phones for the low on the Walmart website. So we was able to get like 20 phones, y'all, for like, man, it was cheap because I think these phones was like $30 a piece. Then when she used her coupons or whatever she used, that junk got cut short. I think we ended up paying probably like $400 for 20 phones. The little flat, little flip phones. So boom, I get her to make that play. Me and bro went half on the play. I get her to make the play with the jacks. I'm telling the old head dude, just be easy. You know what I mean? But he down on me kind of like, I'm like, yo, listen, nobody's doing it. This shit take time, bro. Like, I can't just put this together like this. Just relax, bro. You know what I mean? We gonna eat, man, relax. He like, all right, man, we gotta do it, man. We gotta do it. I'm like, all right, man, just chill, man. So I'm orchestrating it, y'all. I'm like the dude on drumline. I'm putting it together on the Wildcat office, you hear me? I'm orchestrating. I'm trying to put it together because I see this can be a big score, and I ain't a greedy dude. If I catch a big score, I'm gonna lay back. I'm gonna sell it like how the Mastermind did. Send it to a whole nother building. I don't have phones. I'm gonna get rid of it. It's gonna get sold. So I want this to happen on the low. After I done talk massive junk about the Wildcat offense, my dumb ass is trying to do the Wildcat offense. Ain't that something? So look, I put it together, boom. I holler at her cousin. Her cousin is with the shits. He's definitely with the shits. He like, look, boom. He was like, look, man, all I need is the ride. I said, look, I'm gonna get your cousin to bring you up there. That's gonna be no problem. She bring you, you do what you gotta do, and you dip. That's it, bro. I said, bro, listen, if you get locked, bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't have bail money. I'm in the can. I said, I don't have bail money. I said, but if you complete the mission, I said, I'm gonna give you this to come do the mission. And I said, if you complete the mission, I'm gonna give you this. He was like, bet, that's a bet. So he was with it. So I run down the Jones, boom. I run down the tobacco. You can go anywhere and get tobacco. She go get me the tobacco. I got like 4 bags. I told her compress it as much as she can, put it all together. So we put the play together. You know what I mean? The play is together. The play is together, man. So I'm like, damn. I tell old head, I'm like, look, we're gonna try it on this day. You know what I mean? So just be, you know what I mean? He like, all right, damn right. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear, youngin. That's what I'm like, yo, chill out, man. We on the yard talking. He loud as a bitch. I'm like, yo, relax, man. He like, no, I'm just happy, man. I'm just happy that we about to do it. I'm like, you happy? I'm like, man, this is crazy. So look, I'm like, damn. I'm in the bed at night just thinking though, y'all, like, I can't believe I'm about to do the Wildcat offense. I named it the Wildcat because it's a crazy play. It's stupid. Like, it don't supposed to work. What are you trying it for? I said, man, I got to be the 2008 Miami Dolphins on this one, man. I got to go to the playoffs off this pack. You hear me? It got to come through. So I'm going to do it. I done put everything together. Right when he caught me, it was at the right time. We got the money to buy. I was like, everything was just perfect. I'm like, I got it. I'm gonna eat. I told Big Tiff, I said, man, I'm gonna give you 5 bands. I said, make this happen for me. I'm gonna give you 5. I said, I'm gonna give you 2,500 in 2 days. I'm gonna give you another 2,500 as soon as I get rid. I got you. Just make this happen. She was like, bet. She was with it. The cousin was with it. I'm like, damn. Like, this is crazy. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. The Wildcat office happening for me, which is nuts. What was I thinking? So look, I was cool with this CO. You know what I mean? I was cool with this CO, and this particular CO, I ain't gonna say her name. I never bagged the CO in there like dudes be getting the CO. I never did that. But a few COs used to just rock with me because I was one of those dudes that be down on their top. I was just trying to stay my ass out the way and don't do nothing police to me. That's all I wanted. So a few COs used to rock with me. So this CO lady, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say her name. I rock with her. You know what I mean? Boom. We're gonna try to make the play Tuesday. This is Friday, you know what I mean? But Big Tiff can't get the wheels until Monday and Tuesday when her cousin go back to work. You know what I mean? So I'm like, it ain't no rush. We gonna do it. I'm checking the weather. I'm making sure ain't nothing crazy. No rain on the forecast or none of this. I'm like, it's a go Tuesday. So look, Friday, you know what I mean? I see the CO lady, man. You know what I mean? And me and her always used to kick it. We used to kick it. You know what I mean? And the old head dude used to kick it with her too. So she knew the old head dude too. So the old head dude, he ended up moving from 32 pod into 31 pod. So I'm like, why he leave the honor pod? So that's why I'm talking to her. So I'm like, yo, why bro end up moving? I heard he moving and shit. You know what I mean? He's still in the building, so I know the place still can go. But I'm like, yo, why? She was like, she ain't right. I'm like, he ain't right. What you mean he ain't right? She was like, look, you ain't hear this from me, but they say he trying to set some dudes up. You know what I mean? They say he about to go for parole. You know what I mean? And they said that this is what she said. She said, he's about to go for parole and he's cool with the warden and the white shirt dude. I want to say the white shirt dude name was Willis. I can't remember his name, but he used to have a few people that he was cool with. I think that was his name, but she said he was cool with him. And she said he's about to try to set some dudes up about throwing stuff over that damn fence. I was like, man, how the hell you know that? She was like, because she said the way they've been driving the perimeter, and when we come into work, they telling us to make sure they check this and check that. They waiting on somebody to come do it. You know what I mean? And they say when they catch them people, they gonna make them flip to tell who in here was orchestrating the drumline game. Who was orchestrating? I'm like, oh. I'm like, man, for real. She was like, yeah, so like, you know what I mean? She was like, I don't know who it is, but dude ain't right. And she was like, I don't care if you go back and tell him. I don't care if you go back and tell him, because I don't condone in nobody just trying to get somebody in trouble. He running around here trying to get parole, and that ain't how you get parole. I was like, you know what, you right, man. I was like, damn, appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. So boom, Saturday come. When Saturday come, the whole time we're orchestrating, not only does he have me on the bait, he has another dude in 40 building on the bait. So, boom, Saturday come. Next thing you know, we seen police run down the 40 building, police run down there deep as hell. Like, what happened? You know what I mean? I kind of know what happened, but I don't want to believe this is what happened, because he told me I was the only one that knew about this. So when they run down here, you know what I mean? They locked two dudes up. They locked two dudes up. When they locked the two dudes up, we come back out off lockdown. We go to lunch. Everybody's talking, say, yo, they ran in there and caught dude with some jacks and some weed. Like, what happened? They say, yo, nigga got something thrown over the gate. He had just got it that morning, you know what I mean? So he must have got it thrown over there on that Friday night and retrieved it Saturday night. Old head was trying to get me to go that weekend, but Big Tiff told me, wait till Tuesday. And I did. She saved my life with that jump. They knocked dude off. Dude, people's tell every goddamn thing. That's why they come grab dude. I'm like, this is nuts. He like, man, this word. They let the nigga throw the jump over. Then bagged him. I was like, what? He was like, man, they had him bagged. Dude thinking he got away in 40 building. The whole time they got his peoples jammed up. You know what I mean? Got his peoples jammed up. His peoples confessed to everything. I'm like, damn. So we hearing just how wicked this is. So I'm like, yo, the old head dude on this type of time? I'm like, this old head. I'm like, yo, he said he tried to line us. I tell bro, I go back to say, I tell bro everything. Bro, like, what? I'm like, bro, listen, I ain't even gonna tell you for real, bro. I said, man, old head trying to line us up. Boom, 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 boom. He like, man, I was like, he was mad as hell. I'm like, yo, bro, damn, bro. Every time we chillin', it was like, man, bald head was like, yo. I was like, man, he was like, yo, man, we gonna fuck dude up. Fuck. I was like, yo, we got to. That's my word. He was in 31 part 2, which made it better. This my word. This my word, man. We went to lunch. We came back. You know what I mean? After lunch was over with, we come back. But this time we come back, we in my man pod. We not in my pod. Old head out there late as usual, boom, 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 boom. His cell was like in the back corner on the bottom tier. So we in the pod. He don't know we in the pod. People know we in the pod. He don't know we in the pod. He come in the pod. He come in the pod after doing his little running around, after he done did a J Reed on a nigga. You hear me? In too deep game. He tried to line us all the way. He tried to line us all the way up just to make parole. And he probably wouldn't even made parole. Man, that's my word. I was so boiling. I was boiling in the inside, and I try to stay out the way, y'all. I try to stay out the way, but this man just tried to line me. I found out through a CO. I witnessed somebody go down that he was working with somebody else on the low, which made it even worse. I was boiling. You hear me? I was boiling in the inside, man. Old head came in. Hey, open up, such and such. We hear him. That dude, my homeboy that was standing on the top tier, he said, yo, he back. Okay. We come about that jump. We go down the steps. Everybody looking. We go down those steps. He go in his jump. His roommate went in there. As soon as we go in there, his roommate in there. Bald head caught him. Boom! Bald head caught him. We on him. Man, we on him, man. Boom, boom. I'm talking about, boom. I'm upping him. I'm upping old head, man. He like, what I do? Man, shut up. He hit the ground. Man, we had to beat old head ass. Man, we punished old head in there. Now the whole time I'm kicking him, I'm not kicking him in his, I'm all back ribs. I'm trying to, man, we punished old head in there, man. We told old head, he gotta get the hell out of this building. What I do, youngin? What up, man? You gotta get out of this building. Lawrenceville so bootleg, we get away with it. Nobody knew, nobody from my pod, nobody knew that we went over there and kicked dude ass up, really them dudes from his pod. Man, we kicked dude ass. They got us out the pod. We got back in the house. We was like, oh, shit. I'm like, man, they gonna come get us. We done. We put the phone up, put this up, everything put up. Man, this is my word. Nobody came to get us. Nobody came to get us. Nobody came to get us, man. You know what I mean? I called my man to the door after lockdown. He took the ass whooping and stayed in. He stood for counting everything, got away with it in there. We beat his ass. Lawrenceville so bootleg, they don't even look at you when they count. As long as they see two bodies, phew, they flying by. Man, it's my word. After lockdown, before dinner, this my word, man. Seen old head coming out with his stuff. Old head checked in. Old head checked in like he's supposed to, man. He was a rat, man. He trying to line us. That dumbass that's my fault anyway for trying to do the Wildcat offense, y'all. You hear me? I shouldn't even try to mess with the Wildcat offense. It wasn't for me, and I shouldn't have tried to do it, man. I almost was this close to being on Red Onion. I might not be doing these YouTubes, you hear me? Because I might have had some more years from trying to get all that. I was trying to get 20 jacks. But that's the end of the story, y'all. Old head left. We never seen him again. We got away with it. And the Wildcat never went down again. Until later on, again. Later on, it started popping up again. And dudes was doing it again. The same routine. Dudes killed each other. And then it got hot. And then it went down again. You know what I mean? So that's why I said, can nobody be mad about me talking about this? Because this spot is like a retro pair of Jordans. It keep coming back out. It keep coming back out. So what you gonna do? What you want me to do? I witnessed it. I went through it. I seen it. And that's why I'm giving y'all my story, man. But I appreciate y'all for watching, man. The Wildcat offense, you hear me? Shit different on Lawrenceville. It was coming over the gate. It was throwing it over the gate. Ask anybody. Anybody from VA. Ask anybody about Lawrenceville. It was coming over the gate. But like I say, I appreciate y'all for rocking, man. Make sure, man, y'all stay y'all ass out the way, man. Like, you don't want to come in there and have to go through this, man. Anybody that's thinking the penitentiary is not like the streets, it's just like the streets, but 10 times, 100 times worse. Why? Because you're dealing with the whole state of people instead of just the town in your area. You're dealing with a whole state of maniacs, man. And when you in there, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. You're dealing with snakes. You're dealing with rats. You're dealing with crooked cops. You're dealing with women that's non-loyal. You're dealing with everything. Prison is like the streets, but 100 times worse, man. So you don't want to go. So make sure y'all stay y'all ass out the way. You hear me? You have to, man. You have to stay out the way. You don't want to go in there and experience these things that I had to go through. It's crazy things, man. You know what I mean? So just fall back and chill, y'all, and enjoy y'all life, man. That's all I ask, man. But make sure y'all turn the kid up. Don't forget about that. Like, share, and subscribe. We got to keep doing it. The share is the most important. Because if you share it out, more people going to see it, and we're going to keep going up like this. So keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's all we got to do, man. But y'all know what we do, man. Stay y'all ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.